Well, hi there. Just cooking up some egg rolls for a little bit of a snack we're going to have tonight, and trying to keep myself from not eating too many of these.
Can you take that thing off?
There we are. You can see we're frying up some wonderful egg rolls this evening. These are homemade, and well, I've been making these for over 10 years, and a lot of people have really liked to have these at parties, and have always asked me how I make these. So we'll wind back the clock here a few hours ago, and I'll show you exactly what I did to make these, and then at the end we'll show you what the finished product looks like, all nice and browned up. So stick around and watch what's about to happen. It'll be a little recap of the last couple hours of making egg rolls, or what I call Egg Rolls 101. So we'll see you in a bit. Welcome to Egg Roll 101. Today we're going to be making egg rolls a little bit different than what you're normally used to seeing as far as video by me. Over here is my assistant for the day. This is my son Ryan. Say hi, Ryan.
Hi.
So Ryan's going to help us today make egg rolls. We've got most of the ingredients already set up on the countertop, and I'm not going to say specifically what they are right now because we're going to have a little montage of what those ingredients are following very shortly. And after that little slideshow of all the different ingredients are, we will start with the actual cooking of the egg rolls. Alright, so we've moved over to the stove, and my assistant's over here as well. And we are going to start by browning the beef and the pork that we have put in a very large pot, which you want to make sure you have a large pot. You cannot do this in a skillet. Over here on this corner, we have a pan that's, or I just call it a pan. That's got water in it, which we're going to put to a boil, which is going to cook our thread noodles in, so that by the time we're ready to add the thread noodles, the water will be hot, and we'll be able to get that added to the ingredients without having any kind of delay. So we're going to start burning. We're going to start browning this, not burning it, hopefully, and we'll get back to you in a few minutes. All right. Well, we've browned our meat, so if we come over and take a look at this. It looks a lot better than it did before, and you'll notice that in here I did leave a tiny bit of grease at the bottom of here. I did not drain it entirely. With ground pork and ground beef, if you drain it completely, it makes the mix a little bit harder as it's cooling to get it to gel correctly, and you'll see that once we get ready to actually wrap the egg rolls. So we've got our meat cooked. We've now turned our heat down to a lower setting, so that we can continue to mix this without actually drying out the meat or burning it. And our water over here for our thread noodles is boiling nicely. So the next thing we're going to do is we need to add our green onions. So Ryan, if you will take those, and if you will put those in there, sprinkle them in there. Okay, I'll help you a little bit. There we are. Okay. And excellent, excellent. So I'm going to start stirring these. If you can get me the oyster flavored sauce, which is in the refrigerator. And, it's going to be, there you go. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, okay, flip it over, and then we're going to scoop this out as best we can, because we want to get all of this. Now on the ingredients, I say use 2 tablespoons of this. I would recommend using maybe 2.5 tablespoons, because you're probably going to lose a little bit in the translation. You still have a tiny bit left there. but this really adds a lot of flavor to our egg. Ryan, would you like to stir that for a minute so I put this in the sink? Okay. Okay, I'll continue with this, and if you go back in the refrigerator and get the minced garlic out. There we are. Oh, this is already starting to smell good. Okay, I'm going to go and get that dumped in. Clunk. There we are. Thank you very much, sir. I'm going to put that in the sink there, buddy. Oh, this is such a good smelling food. Making this is always enjoyable. Now you notice that the meat in here was very well broken up, and you want to make sure you do that because when you wrap it you don't want to have a big chunk of just beef or a big chunk of just pork. And we picked up freshly ground beef and pork, and for some reason I find it breaks up better than if you buy the stuff that's pre-packaged in the grocery store. And plus you can actually, if you go and get it fresh ground, you can actually get the right proportions so that everything's balanced out nicely. Alright, so we've done that, and even though I've been doing this for 10 years, I still follow my same instructions all the time because I like consistency when I'm making my egg rolls. So, and obviously the first time you do it, you'll probably want to have something printed up. Thank you very much, Ryan, for turning that. Okay, now we need spices. Okay, so why don't you go and bring me one of the 3 spices over there. Okay. And Ryan is bringing it over for us, and show that to the camera, Ryan. That right there is our onion powder and our garlic powder. Go ahead, start sprinkling in there. Okay, stop for a minute. Let me mix that in there. And these are the 2 tablespoons of garlic powder and onion powder. All right, buddy. Some more. Okay. Let me mix that in there. And of course the last. Thank you, sir. Alright, now you want to go to the next set of powders, of spices. Ah, heaven. One of the few things I can cook well in the kitchen. Okay, now show this to the camera. This is lemon pepper powder. This is 1 teaspoon. Okay, go ahead. The first time that I tried this recipe, I decided I was going to put 2 tablespoons of this very powerful spice in here, just like I did everything else, and they were almost inedible because there was way too much lemon pepper in there. Okay, Ryan, can you get me the 3rd one? Okay, you want to put that in there, please? And that is the garlic pepper. Or I'm sorry, garlic, but this is, yeah, that's, yeah, garlic pepper's got garlic pepper and red bell peppers in it. It's very good. So, well, is there some more in there? Go ahead. There we go. Perfect, perfect. That is really starting to smell nice. So what we're going to do now that we've got this in here, we have our 2 batches of our bean thread noodles or vermicelli noodles. They're going to go into the pot here, and they are going to soak for 2 minutes. And when they've soaked, we will get them cut up and put in here, so we'll be back in a few minutes.